船長か。悪くない響きやのう。浦井せもともと俺はお前が死んだなんて信じとらんかったで、キリュウちゃん。
人違いだ。あんたとは初対面だ。
あんた嫌がるかもしれないけど、やっぱり若と俺は兄弟なんですよ。だから若には死なないでほしいんですよ。これ
ハルカやハルト、それに俺の周りにいてくれた多くの仲間たち、あいつらを守れるなら俺は喜んで死んでやるさ。
The year is 1988. The Japanese economy is exploding at an incredible rate and real estate prices are through the roof. This is the bubble era. Kazuma Kiryu, a young brash Yakuza, is framed for a murder in the Empty Lot, a place of great importance located in Kamurocho's rundown shopping district. After having done a debt collecting run by Patriarch Sohei Dojima and his 3 lieutenants in order to usurp Shintaro Kazuma's position in the Tojo clan, who is currently serving a prison sentence. After having successfully left the Yakuza, Kiryu is approached by Tetsu Tachibana, a real estate broker who is also after the deed for the empty lot, in order to begin a redevelopment plan for the city, and thus begins the journey to acquire the lot. With the help of Goro Majima, Kiryu is able to defeat the Dojima lieutenants, leading to the Patriarch being put in his place, and the Kamurocho redevelopment plan begins. Many years have passed since Kiryu's hard-fought battles against the Dojima lieutenants, and as such has since become the stuff of legends, now known as the Dragon of Dojima. Now, in his prime, Kiryu is feared by anyone who dares come across him, but on one fateful night, Kiryu's childhood friend and lover, Yui Sawamura, is kidnapped by Sohei Dojima. Kiryu's sworn brother, Akira Nishikiyama, chases after him in a fit of rage and kills the Patriarch. Kiryu arrives late to the scene only to witness the gruesome murder before his very eyes. He enacts a plan to take the fall for the death of his Patriarch in order for Nishikiyama to walk free so he can be there for the rest of his Yakuza family and for his fatally ill sister. After some questioning by the police, and despite him not having any motive to kill Dojima, Kiryu is now sentenced to 15 years in prison and is subsequently expelled from the Tojo clan. Ten years pass, and Kiryu is freed thanks to his good behavior, but mysteriously he has never received any kind of information from the outside by anyone, not by his foster father or brother. The only information he had received was when he was first incarcerated by his friend Shinji, who told him that Yumi had gone missing. During this gap in time, Nishikiyama had been making moves in the Yakuza world in order to climb the ranks by any means necessary. The chairman, Masaru Sera, orders an emergency meeting of all the Tojo clan patriarchs in order to discuss a case of missing funds from the clan's stash. Kiryu begins a new quest to uncover what has happened in the last 10 years and to recover the stolen 10 billion yen from the clan. This quest leads Kiryu to have a chance encounter with an orphan girl named Haruka, who also happens to be looking for her mother Mizuki, who happens to be the sister of the missing Yumi. His brother stands before him and asks for a final showdown. He gives Kiryu everything he has, and despite his efforts and his own personal hell that he went through, it wasn't enough. Not long after, the missing 10 billion is uncovered and was in the very room the two were fighting in. But Nishiki, recognizing his final moments, decides to do some good after all he's done and been through, and blows himself, Jingu, and the entire top floor of the Millennium Tower to bits to end it once and for all. Another year goes by and another Yakuza incident starts to brew. This time it's an all-out war between the Omi Alliance and the Tojo clan in the turf war of who can claim Kamurocho with no care for casualties or wasted Yakuza members. The current chairman of the Omi, Jin Goda, is very much not in favor of a war with the Tojo as he sees them as equals and good business partners. Whereas his son, Ryuji Goda, as well as the rest of the patriarchs think otherwise and think it's time to put the Tojo in its place to claim Kamurocho as their own. Chaos ensues as the war between the two clans rage on. Kiryu and Ryuji battle as twin dragons in front of a bomb set to go off, but only one victor can remain, that being Kiryu. Four months have now passed since the war with the Omi, and now... Wait a minute, that doesn't say Like a Dragon now, does it? Well, you see, we live in the West, and we aren't allowed to have nice things. So Like a Dragon was renamed to Yakuza over here, and we've been stuck with it since. Even if the new games claim to be called Like a Dragon, they really aren't, because they can't be bothered to ditch the Yakuza name. Case in point, the latest release at the time of this being, quote, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Wow, that sucks. What a mouthful. And the logo looks terrible as well. But don't you worry, I will not be dead naming this franchise, and I will stick with its true name. Now let me say this real quick about the game. It sucks. But sucks might be a little too harsh, but hear me out now. This game is a piece of work, but it's got what people call soul. Now, I'm not one to disagree on that, but is that really everything one can say to defend some of the choices and things that are in this game? No. I don't think this game should be exempt from criticism just because it has soul. And I'm here to tell you why this game isn't as great as people say it is, why it desperately needs a remake, but also why it does have some merit as a video game and as an artistic creation, despite all its problems. Now, what do you say we actually start playing the game? As all stories go, we start at the not beginning because we have a flash forward of Kiryu in Okinawa where his dream of running an orphanage is finally realized, along with living peacefully with Haruka.
Oji-san.
今日の晩飯だ。さあ、そろそろ夕飯の支度をするか。
We meet some new faces in the kids that Kiryu's taking care of, as well as newcomer Rikia Shimabukuro. We'll talk about that guy later. He mentioned something about the boss being shot and at the hospital.
兄貴、親父が撃たれた。
We then cut to Daigo in his limo being reminded of an Okinawan deal involving the land in which Kiryu's orphanage rests, but he refuses the offer.
会長、お電話です。
誰だ？
例の計画の件でといえばわかると。
だからその件に関しては先日お断りしたはずじゃ。この件、登場会は一切手引かせてもらいます。だから断ると言ってるんだ。たとえ100億200億積まれても答えは同じだ。
今の電話、例の沖縄の一件では本当に断っていいのでしょうか。もしあの沖縄の一件うちが引き受ければ、この先10年は食っていけるだけの金が本家になだれ込みます。ざっと見積もって1000億、いやそれ以上の金が。それに今あの男に恩を売っておけば、後々政界との強いパイプが。
黙れ。そんなことは百も承知だ。だがあの土地は奪えねえ。
4代目の件ですか。
登場会は4代目に何度も救われてきた。その人から居場所を奪うことはできねえ。おい、急いで本部へ戻ってくれ。それより今は沖縄の土地買収を勝手に進めるような連中が出ないよう組織を固める方が先決だ。
Once back at HQ, he's then told that someone familiar is waiting for him at his office.
お客様が。
誰だ？
それが
何？
本当です。どこからどう見てもご本人としか言いようがありません。
Only then to be revealed to be none other than the late Shintaro Kazuma?
風間さん、あなた死んだはずじゃ。
驚かせましたか。
これは
今のあなたにとって大切なものです。
これは沖縄の土地の権利書。
あなたにはあの桐生一馬がいる土地を奪うことはできない。だからあなたに代わって私たちが権利書を取ってきたんです。
どうしてそのことを？
今我々は登場会に沖縄の土地買収の件から降りてもらうわけにはいかないんです。
だが俺はあの沖縄の一件もう手を引くと決めたんだ。
あなたは
And
登
he's
場
telling
会
him
の
to take the
6代
deal
目。
or else?
3万人の構成員を養うにはそんなことは言ってらんないでしょう。
それでも俺が断ると言ったら？
それは困りましたね。
Did he get shot? What? We then cut back to Kiryu and Co., accompanied by Mikio Aragaki, who will also be mentioned later.
おじき、
中原は
今手術してます。
どうなんだ親父の容体は。くそ。
犯人は割れてんのか。
いいえ、お嬢と二人きりのところを襲われたんで。親父は腹に数発食らったみたいで。
どこかの組の会士か。
いいえ、多分土地買収の絡みです。事務所から例の土地の権利書がなくなってました。
何？
絶対玉城組の連中に決まってる。奴ら1年前のことで俺たちを逆恨みして。
いや、それがどうも違うみたいで。
ん？どうしたんださっき。
誰ですか？
これはこいつが撃ったのか。
これって。
兄貴、こいつ兄貴が知ってる人なんですか？
With the reveal that the man who shot the boss is the same man that Daigo met earlier, Shintaro Kazuma, allegedly.
風間のおやっさんだ。
Thus ending the prologue. Oh wow, so much intrigue and mystery. I sure do hope this doesn't end up being a tropey reveal that Kazuma had a secret twin brother the whole time that was never mentioned prior to this game, and that he's evil too, and by evil I mean American? What? No. That would never happen. No. Anyway, on to the real start of the game.
桐生さん、これがあなたの最後の戦いです。思いっきり来てください。
言われなくても遠慮はしねえ。とことんやってやるぜ。
行くぞ。キリアー！
ちょっと待って、さっきから聞いていると俺のことを兄貴って
兄貴じゃないですか。
beautiful eyes.